been making music ever since the crack boom. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Gotta have guitars and a lot of backbones. Come to the South once, I bet you'll be back soon. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man, you got to feel my young partner, Cory Mo.
What's up with it, man? This your boy Cory Mo back off in this thing one more time with another episode of Country Rap Tunes Podcast. I got my special guest host in the building, Miss Kimberly Latrice Jones.
Tabernacle.
And I got a super duper special guest. You know, we go back like time machines, man. I got a real producer in the building all the way from A-Town. We got Mr. Hanky in this bitch.
What's happening, man? What's happening?
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
We in now, man. So look here, man. One of the first questions I got for you, bro. You had started off with Mr. Collie Park, right?
Right. So
how did that start? How did y'all meet and hook up and make it happen?
Man, you know, there's a lot of mutual people, man, growing up on the east side. My boy John Boy, Kane, Yin Yang twins. So a lot of, you know, similar people. And we linked up, started making, you know, music, and that was it. It's like, hey, man, you want to come over to Death Row? Like, let's do it.
Like that. Did y'all go to school together or anything? Or?
No, me and John Boy went to Southern University together, and him and Kane went to Crim, but it's all like the same side of town type stuff. Word. So we knew a lot of the mutual people. Our homie Charles, the list goes on. Yeah, so same neighborhood.
Bet.
I just wanted to know, like, what made you want to do music in the first place? Like, when did you discover that you had this gift as a musician and this was something you wanted to do full time?
It just, like I said, from day one, my mom, she's a musically trained classical pianist, organist. My sister is as well, so her main instrument is clarinet. So we've been around music since day one, you know what I'm saying? So going to symphony practices, Atlanta Symphony Orchestra, or the Robert Shaw choral thing, you know, it's been music since day one. Yeah.
As far as the equipment, I mean, you know, I've worked with you before, but what do you like to use? What's your go-to when you make beats?
I mean, I've been on. I use Ableton a lot. For some reason, I still been doing everything on Pro Tools. So shout out to the Pro Tools warriors out there. Yeah, man.
Oh, you make beats on Pro Tools?
Yeah.
Oh, you pimping, man. Okay.
Yeah, that's been like a secret. Something I've been liking to use for a minute, because a lot of times I find if I use another DAW or whatever in another sequence or whatnot, when I try to bring it over to Pro Tools, sometimes it loses quality, you know, that kind of thing. So certain sounds sound different. So when I'm doing it in Pro Tools, it's going to sound exactly how it's supposed to sound.
And as far as like the sounds, like plugins, Omnisphere and all that kind of stuff, like what's your go-to patches and stuff?
I mean, I use Omnisphere. I use Nexus. I use what's this other one? Silence or some shit like that.
I don't know. I'm gonna try to steal your sauce after the show.
Yeah, I forgot the name. It's one of the new ones all the little kids be using.
Okay, so you're not no Fruity Loop kind of guy.
Nah.
I can't get into the Fruity Loop, man. It's so easy that it's hard. Does that make sense?
It make all the sense. I don't even think it's that, man. It kind of puts you in a box. You know, it's like this is what you got to use to make the beat on this, and that's just it.
I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing them little young kids going hard on that shit, making beats super quick. But it's like when I get to it, it's rocket science or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm just MPC, man. If it ain't an MPC, I can't do it.
Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, I can use Pro Tools, but I prefer to still kind of play the pads and the keys myself. Yeah.
So what's your whole creative process like? So if I was in a session, I ain't got no musical talent, but if God did have
for real, you ain't got no musical talent.
Not
she
an
lying.
ounce.
She be
not an ounce.
You gotta have something to be sitting up on up here. Like I know they ain't
I'm a writer. I got a pen. That's it.
Okay.
So, but if I did have some musical talent, what would a session be like with you? Like, what's your creative process like?
I just think it's big. It's a big process to know who the artist is. A lot of times, a lot of times when you meet an artist or they want you to get in with them, they just like send some beats, and that ain't really how it goes. Because you just don't know what kind of mood that artist is in today. You know, you can't really anticipate. It's just good to have a conversation just to see what the artist is on. And you never know, you know, the labels and the A&Rs might be on one thing, but the artist might be on something totally different. And that might be the hit.
It's always better to actually hold a conversation with them, see what their day is like, see what they're going through.
Right.
It just makes it make way more sense if you know the artist versus just sending them a beat and just hoping they do something. 'Cause 9 times out of 10, it just be, you know, it'd be mediocre whenever you don't be around. One question I got for you, bro, like, what did you listen to growing up? I guess what your parents listened to, like, what gave you that bug when you was first coming up?
You know, growing up in the time we grew up, we listened to Michael Jackson and
Of course.
Earth, Wind and Fire and all that kind of stuff, and you know that whole '80s, late '80s, '90s vibe type of thing. Yeah, you know that kind of thing. So, you know, listening to, as they would call, good music. You know, nowadays, but yeah, just listen to those kind of vibes. A lot of dance music. Probably the first rap song I ever heard for real was like Planet Rock. And what do you like to produce more? Do you like working with R&B artists or do you like rap? It's a little of both, man. It's I don't really have a preference. It's just a matter of what the artist's on at that time. But if I had a preference, it'd probably be mostly rap. A lot of ratchet rap shit.
Ratchet rap.
Speaking of ratchet rap, you made one of my favorite songs, Twerkulator by the City Girls, which is a vibe. That song seemed like you just had a good time, like you had fun when you was making it.
Yeah, it was a good time, man. And shout out to my boy Slab. He one of the writers on the record, but it was just a fun time. It was an idea. We were sitting around just like, yo, this would be a cool record to make, and boom, boom.
So you was in the studio with him making that one?
Nah. We were just came up
with it. And
I had the beat made already.
Okay.
And had a beat since like 2016 type, because I was finna put somebody else on a long time ago, but just sitting down with a writer and we just came up with a dope idea, and he's like, man, let's send it to the City Girls. I was like, bet. Boom.
They jumped right on that thing.
Luckily, yeah.
That's gangster.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I got a question. Can you tell people about clearing samples whenever you know what I mean? Whenever producers do that, a lot of people don't know the process of getting a sample cleared. A lot of people don't know that really that's the label's responsibility to clear the sample.
Exactly.
That's not on the producer.
Exactly.
And that's where people get it confused. So kind of explain that, because I know you got a lot of records with samples in it.
So, but like you said earlier, the sample clearance everything that boils down to what goes on with the record is the artist and the label's responsibility. So if there's a feature on it, if there's a sample, that's the artist and the label's responsibility. Take care of that. But basically how it works is once the sample is identified and all that good stuff, you send it in to, they got clearing houses, which I highly suggest you use. You know, one of them is called DMG. Deborah's over there. She gonna take care of you. But
shout out to Deborah.
Shout out to Deborah. She done cleared a lot of samples for a lot of people.
Gonna cost you though.
Yeah, but
It's gonna cost you, Lord.
But I tell people this, and that's the biggest misconception. People don't want to spend the money to get the sample cleared, but they don't realize it's really not that much if you do it right the first time. Up front. If you're an independent artist and 9 times out of 10 you don't have a big following or not, you know, if they approve it, it won't be that much. It'll be the equivalent of you buying a section or 2 at a club. You know what I'm saying? That's how I break it. Like yeah, like if you buy 2 sections in a night, that may be $4,000 or $5,000. Cool.
Cleared your sample and
you can go make money at this point. But what ends up happening, people be like, no, man, I ain't trying to spend that money. And so they'll spend a gang of money promoting the song that's not cleared. And then they be like, well, once it get big, they got to clear it. They really don't have to.
Straight up.
You know,
they can actually hit you for more without
on the back end.
No, they've done that. They're going to take 100% of everything.
See, man.
When all you had to go do was spend a little extra money, and you could have been making money with them.
Yeah.
Now you done did all that for nothing.
And then tell the people about the part where after you sample the record, you have to not only get it cleared, but the people that own the record, the masters, they gonna end up taking 30, 40, 50% of the song, and then you're left to break the percentages down with yourself along with the artist that's
Everybody that's on the song.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what ends up happening is, especially if you don't do it right from the get-go, what ends up happening is whoever owns the masters, let's say that, not the artist. A lot of times people think they can, I know so-and-so on the song, and he you know, his cousin watches my dog, you know what I'm saying? So they be like, I'm gonna go holler at the artist and see if that work. Of course, the artists, most of them don't even know how it works for real. So they're gonna take the money and say, yeah, go ahead, do what you want to do with it, knowing that you have to go talk to the people, the label who actually owns the rights to the music to even get anything moving forward. So you could clear it with them, the artists, all day, but if the people who don't own the rights to it, meaning the people, when you post music on Instagram and Facebook and they send you that email that says you posted their music, those people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not your homeboy cousin. So you got to go to the powers that be that actually own this stuff. And at that point, once they approve it, then like you said, everything breaks down for what's left, and it breaks down like a regular record.
So it'll go from 100% to 50%.
50 or 60 or 75%, whatever is taken from that.
Man.
Now, some people frown against that, but I look at it like it's the same as if you're promoting things, or in today's time, you know, you see producers who, you know, it's 5-6 producers on one record. So the percentage is
gonna be small anyway.
You know, but if you do it that way, instead of you busting down another 50%, you busting down maybe 40%, which ain't that bad at that point. If you're the only producer on that thing. So you still walk away with a 25, 30%, depending on the situation.
And the crazy part about it, people, these artists go buy $500 Jordans and go buy an ounce of weed and go buy, you know what I'm saying, and spend thousands of dollars just trying to be fly, and won't even get their song mixed properly. They won't spend a couple of $100s to get some flyers done. They won't spend no money on marketing campaigns for Facebook, Instagram. That's $10 a day. They won't get no merch. But shit, they just spent $500 on some weed and some Jordans, though.
Don't get the chains.
No, I'm talking. The chains, the rims. You know what I mean? That's just one thing I never understood, man. So you know,
just like having that thirst and knowledge for having the business. Like I always say, like when people come to me talking to me about like how to get into writing, how to get into the film industry, I tell them, if you get an opportunity to sit down with me, you shouldn't be asking me 101 questions. Things that you could Google, things you could have read in a book, things you could have watched in the YouTube. Like, you got an opportunity to talk to me. You should be asking me insider, you know, trade information that only somebody who does it could give you answers to. If you asking me 101, then you missed an opportunity to really get some trader, you know, information. So if there is something that you could tell to like young producers coming in the game, what's some of the like 101 startup that they should know before they even begin this journey?
Basically, y'all both said everything, but basically do your research, you know, and really find something that really you need the answers to know. The problem is we live in this do-it-yourself society now, you know, to where people say, I'm on my own masters, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. And they don't really be knowing nothing. They just hear a lot of catchphrases that people use during time, you know what I'm saying? So put your pride to the side and really, when you get around people, like be vulnerable and say, hey man, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've been putting out music for the last 10 years and going to open mics. What am I doing wrong? You know what I'm saying? Like, what do I really need to put my money into? What do I really need to focus on? What's going to get me from point A to point B the most efficient? And I think once that happens, you know, you're going to find that's really what it is. You know, once you find that first initial step to get from point A to point B, then you figure out C and D and on and so forth. But until you put that pride to the side, it ain't gonna happen.
That's cool. So look, question. I know you probably get this question a lot about working on Smile with Lil Duval.
Mm-hmm.
So check this out. You don't know this part of the game. When I saw Duval, he did an Instagram and he did it in the mirror. He was just playing, smile, bitch, smile, bitch. And you know what I mean? It wasn't no music. He was just being silly. Instantly, I texted him and told him that's a motherfucking hit. And I texted him and said, bro, you need to do that right there, that smile song. He was like, hell yeah, I bet. Next thing I knew, Mr. Hanky. Yo, man, what's up, man? What's up with that? I need my publishing, bro.
Hey, man.
Call Duval and ask him, did I text him and tell him that shit, man?
See, and that brings me to my next point.
Come on, man.
This and that's
shit.
That's a beautiful story. But
that don't mean shit.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. You feel me? Because this is what happens, man. Whenever you have success with a record, man, like you hear that all that happens 24/7, man. So every hit record I've had, there's been somebody be like, yeah, man, you remember I said that? I was like, nah, I mean,
not really.
Not really. And not just to be funny. It's just
I do not recall.
Yeah, it ain't even. It's like because you doing this and you can attest to this. You know, once you start having success in this stuff, like literally every day somebody's calling you with an idea. Hey man, boy, I was in the tub, boy, washing my balls, boy, I came up with a jingle, boy, this shit go crazy. And you know, and it's like okay, you hear it and you go on about your day, and it's crazy, man. I've even had situations to where
I heard it was supposed to be another producer made the beat too. I heard.
Hey, man, that's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times it's like you can't win for losing. Sometimes it's just like success is its own thing. Sometimes, and I think they talked about that situation, but there's been situations even with the Freak It record. You know, so many people like, man, you know, that was my idea first. I was like, nigga, it's a sample. What are you talking about?
What song is the Freak It record? What'd you sample?
That's the Good Love. Good Love, Usher and City Girls record.
Okay.
And you know, it's a sample as well. It's basically the 2022-23 version of that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be surprised, man. It's like 4 or 5 people's like, man, you remember I had the idea to redo that song too. I be like, bruh, like
It's a sample.
It's a sample, bro. Like I don't know what to tell you. You know, it's literally the same song.
So were you in the studio with Duval doing that? Did you help him record the vocals? Were y'all?
So how we initially met was through Bebe out of Dallas.
Oh.
The radio DJ.
Hey, Bebe.
Bebe, the ambassador.
Nice.
You feel me? When it comes to radio. So Bebe called me. He was like, yeah, man, I did a song with him for him and Zero called All These Drugs. And we was dropping it on 420. There's a Luther Vandross sample and Zero singing on it. And so he's like, man, I want to get Lil Duval to do the intro. I was like, damn, Lil Duval? All right, cool, whatever. So we met up to do that intro. And while we was in there doing the intro, I think it was at 11th Street because my studio had flooded out. Something happened at the studio, water everywhere, so we had to go to 11th Street. And my homegirl was managing at the time, so we went in there. She gave us like 4 hours, and we did the intro, and so we just in there kicking it. He did the Smile Bit skit right there in the studio. And so, you know, I was just like the same thing. In the moment, I was like, hey man, that's a hit.
Yeah.
We need to do something with that. He's like, you got a song for it? He's like, nah. I was like, well, I played a couple of beats for him. Played 2 of them. One was this I Need You sample from back in the day. I need you. So he did Smile Bitch on that first. And then the beat that is currently on was the second beat that he pulled up. And that was it. He heard that one.
That's a sample too, right?
Yeah, that's from Midnight Star.
Yeah.
Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did that. I did that beat around 2015, 2016, when I did California with Dolph.
Boy,
That's around that
California
same
song
batch of
so
beats.
hard.
Yeah.
So how the hell y'all get Snoop on that thing? Did Duval
Right.
send it over there and say
Duval
jump
sent
on
it
that
over.
shit?
Yeah, Duval sent it. So first we did it, like I said, I just played the beat and he just said smile bitch for 4-something minutes straight, like nonstop. And something was like,
Because it's breaking my heart because I sent him that text message so fast, bro. And he hit me right back saying, hell yeah. And it hurts
Y'all
my
hurt my
soul.
brother. Y'all hurt my
That
brother.
I wasn't a part of that, man.
it wasn't a y'all thing. I'm just not finding out about this 5 years
Boy, if I
later.
find that text message, boy.
You see what I'm saying?
Pull the receipts, Corey.
Boy, let me find
pull
that
the
too.
receipts.
It's like that
Shit was so long ago. That
what
shit
was
gone.
that? 6 years ago.
God damn,
Y'all
Duval.
hurt my brother.
It's not y'all. He did. It's a he. It's not a me. It's a he.
You ain't do it.
I had nothing to do with it.
Boy, boy,
But that's how it is.
That
Like,
song is so infectious.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
that song is so infectious.
I mean, that's how you know it's a hit because I be catching strays from that shit like 6 years, 7 years. Listen, like, bro, it done been lawsuits and everything about that shit. And I be like, hey, bro, I just pulled up a beat. That's my only thing. I just pulled up a beat, kept it moving. But that's how it is, man. You just got to keep it moving, man. But that's how it goes. You're in the moment. You see a dope record, and he did Smile Bitch for 4-some minutes. I got the session, chopped it up, put a little space in between. We sent it to Snoop, and I thought Snoop was just gonna do like a verse, but he ended up filling in the hook and the verse. So that kind of put a whole nother. It's like, honestly, this shit went from being like a Instagram, we just go do this for right now thing, to like every time, went back to revisit it, became more like a real record. And he sent it to Snoop. Snoop sent it back. And we was like, hold on, this might be something. And then we got back in the studio at Patchwork, and that's when he came with the Living My Best Life side of it, because that wasn't even on the song at first.
Oh, yeah.
And then the second session, I don't know if you saw when we was in there, he went live. It was in a little small room, and he just bust out singing I'm Living My Best Life. And at that point, we was like, hold on, this might be a record.
Church.
So just that quick, man. It went from a joke to,
A massive hit.
yeah.
Well, that thing gold platinum.
Smash.
Shit, that shit was, it
Double?
might be platinum, and maybe 2 times. I haven't checked since
Let me
then.
hold something, player. Let me
it's
hold
on-
something, player.
They don't give us the full breakdown of where everything is. We gotta find out. But yeah, shit, it went gold. It went gold in 2019. Yeah, in a year it went gold. So ain't no telling where it's at now.
Man. What's up with it, man? It's your boy Cory Mo. I need everybody to go and download the mobile app, Country Rap Tunes Radio, 24/7 non-stop Southern hip hop. All your favorite throwbacks. It's available on Android and it's available on iPhone. Also, I need you to log on to countryraptunes.com, support a player. If y'all looking for that fly merch, you already know what it is. Also, you can get all your exclusive Country Rap Tunes podcasts there. Everything involving Country Rap Tunes. You know where to go. You know what to do. Holla at your boy. Chech.
Country Rap Tunes.
Yeah, man.
That's pimping. What you got, Kim?
100 years from now, there's a music theory class happening at a university, and they talking about Mr. Hanky. What do you think? Because I know your legacy is still going, still evolving, still growing. What do you want them to say about how you assisted with the evolution of music?
Oh man, that's a deep question.
I'm a deep girl.
She off the chain, ain't she, man?
Yeah, that's deep. Oh shoot. I just want them to say like he made music for the people. I didn't really try to overthink. I don't really overthink it that much. Like if it makes sense, if it's a vibe at that point, I'm gonna roll with it. So that's my theory. I'm not one of those people. I'm not gonna sit in the studio 3-4 hours listening to the same beat. It's just not how it works. It's because my background also came from DJing as well. So I understand, like, you got about 10 seconds to catch people's attention.
That's the part people don't understand.
Yeah. You got literally...
First 15 seconds is so valuable.
From the minute they hit play, it's got to be something to grab them. If not, you losing.
That's true.
Yeah.
I can dig that. All right, so look, I'm going to go all the way left because this is a question that everybody needs to know. BBL or natural?
I prefer natural.
Thank you. That's what I'm talking about, man. I be telling these females, man, they tripping, man.
It's all. Let me tell you something. I just had this talk the other day with my ladies, like on some real shit. It's like the BBLs ain't what y'all think it is. First of all, the bigger it is, the harder it is to keep it clean.
I wasn't expecting that one.
You feel me?
The harder it is to keep it clean. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Mr. Hanky.
Because it's not real. It's not real. It's not funny. It's a real problem. Okay,
Like, this is serious.
it's a serious problem. Since y'all brought it up, okay, this is what happened. You put that extra flesh back there. There's not a nerve ending back there. Okay, so you don't know if you getting all the crevices and stuff until it's too late.
Ain't no nerves.
They get in
once they do that,
They
the
can't.
nerves
They can't.
disappear.
Hey, yeah, you putting the extra.
I ain't even thought about
Extra
that part.
cushion.
Hold up, Church.
So they back there playing, in the dark back there,
Without the natural senses.
without being able to feel
can't
what's
feel
going
it.
on. You can't feel nothing.
Feel like you just left the dentist or some shit, huh?
So she thinking she
left
cleaning,
the shit all
wiping, and it's all kind of shit back there. You know what I'm saying?
Gots to
Literally.
be more careful.
Yeah. So that's just a perspective.
And the crazy part about it, the females, if you ask a female, what do fellas like, BBLs or natural? They gonna say they like the BBLs.
They swear
I
we
ain't
like
gonna
that.
say that.
Y'all swear we like that. We
never
don't
say
like
that.
that.
But most females
Yeah.
think
I
that
hear
we
a lot
actually
of women
like
say
that shit.
You know
We
what I
don't.
think it is? I think it's because they are conflating what y'all will click on versus what y'all will pursue.
Yeah, and
And
that's
so social media has gotten them to thinking
Social
because y'all
media
clicking
did.
on it or liking it,
That makes
it
sense.
must be what you desire. And that's like anecdotal evidence from the internet. But if you actually are like paying attention in the world as you see people out having dinner at the movies together on the red carpet, it looks very different what people wife up, date,
Right.
and all of that versus what they'll click and like.
right, and that's the problem. It's like they confuse internet attention with that,
desire.
with real life, and that's not
Yeah.
real life.
Yeah.
Like I could see some stuff online. I probably won't even hit like though. Like I just
Straight up.
yeah,
Just scroll right by.
I scroll right by it. You know what I'm saying? So it's time out for that anyway.
I don't know. This is all cornbread and collard greens back here, so that
Know
ain't
what
my
I'm talking
problem.
about?
That ain't my
Hold
issue.
up, man. Hold up. Cornbreads and collard greens. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So look, all right. Okay, we off the BBLs. Give me your top 3 producers and your top 3 artists. Just so I can see where your head at.
Top 3 producers. Number 1, Quincy Jones.
Ooh, that's pimping, man. Boys
Yeah.
don't even know about Quincy. These youngsters don't know no Quincy.
What's my man that did all the stuff with Mike?
Like who? Jack?
Yeah.
Shit. Quincy?
Quincy?
What's the other dude, man?
Teach me something, because I don't know.
It's
The Teddy did stuff with?
nah,
he thinking
nah,
older than
man. I'll come back to that.
Yeah.
Rod Temperton. That's
Yeah.
that's the name I'm looking
Pimping.
for. That's the
Damn,
name.
I need to get
Shout
my
out our
Google
producer
on.
Kevin
Get my
back
Google
there
on
with
a
the
little
answer.
bit.
And Smokey Robinson.
Smokey.
Man, I love Smokey, man.
Yeah, Smokey.
Smokey is like the coldest. He kind of like how The Dream is today. That's how Smokey Robinson was back in the day. He wrote hits for
Everybody.
bro. All of Motown. That was Smokey.
Yeah, he was sitting in Hitsville making hits.
Damn, Marvin Temptations, everybody, man.
The Supremes, Diana.
Whole love, man.
Even blues records, like
Smokey.
People don't know how many blues musicians he worked with back in the day, like across genres.
So yeah, that's my top 3.
That's a good top
my
3.
top 3
That's
artists.
a hard
Yeah,
top 3.
okay, what's your top 3 artists?
Man,
It could be rap or R&B.
Frankie Beverly and Maze.
With that tight-ass white hat on.
Yeah, man.
You gotta love Frankie.
Damn. You almost got to say either Beyonce or Drake. At this point.
Beyonce.
To me, they like, yeah.
At H-Town.
So I put them 2. And of course, Future.
I ain't mad at that. Young Pluto.
Yeah. I got to get the Future. Future, you know, he's now, but he got like a lot of old stuff in him too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Future is like one of those foundational artists that like you can hear him in so many artists after him.
Right.
You know what's crazy? I got a fun fact for you with Future. I met him one time at the damn one of them damn breakfast club. Like it was a little breakfast spot I met him at. But prior to that, what a lot of people don't know, right when I moved to Atlanta, it might have been maybe 08-ish, 08, 09. But I mixed Racks on Racks on Racks. I mixed and mastered that song, bro, for
YC.
Yes.
YC.
YC used to come to my studio and record every day, all day. You know KV? OG KV. Yeah, so he came and bought out a whole bunch of time at my studio over there on Candler Road. And they be down there rolling dice, studio, and KB was like, man, I need you to mix this song for me. So he give me the song. And that's all I'm talking about. Rats on, man. Got a campaign going so strong. Man, I heard that shit 1,000 times trying to mix that song, bro. And I had no idea that it was finna do what it was gonna do. But, bro, I gave that song to KV, and maybe 2-3 weeks later, that shit was in heavy rotation everywhere. And then they did a remix to it that had about 30 people on it.
Yeah, that was during that time.
That's crazy. Do you remember that remix?
I remember it had everybody. I mean, because you got to understand, that's one of the hottest songs in the city at the time. So,
bro. So yeah, that's a fun fact. Your boy mixed Racks on Racks on Racks. I need my plaque, Future. I need my plaque. I need my plaque.
That's YC.
Yeah, I need my plaque, YC. Check. What you got for me, Kim?
Tabernacle. So speaking of which, you said Beyonce was one of your favorite artists in your top 3. What you think about Ho's speech at the Grammys?
I was there. It was a well needed speech though. I mean, it's a type of thing, you know, shout out to the Record Academy, but it's crazy like the album of the year, the rap album of the year didn't air.
Yeah, that's cold, man.
You know, it's like it was crazy. Like we on the way to get ready to go to the Grammys, and I look online and they, you know, I see Mike up there celebrating. I'm like, damn, what the hell? It's like, damn, he won rap album of the year. It's like, damn, but the show don't start till 5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I was like,
yep. And they did, man. They godly, man. Why
You
they
know
do
what I'm
my
saying?
boy like that, man?
then he got arrested. So it just, you know, I don't know.
It's a conspiracy, man.
Yeah, so I mean, the speech was well needed. You know, it was a weird feeling. You know, to be, because you do that work,
Earn it.
and everybody think about the time they go up there in front of that room and be on live TV, and everybody, you know, the whole world get to see that. But you know, we ain't get to see that. We just only saw it online. It's crazy.
Yeah. No, it was wild.
Yeah.
Definitely wild.
So let me see. What's your worst studio session you ever had?
Corey started stuff.
I be trying to start stuff, man.
I had a couple. I
got about 13 of them myself.
I've had one where probably the worst ones for me are the one where the artists just don't have anything.
They just come in blank.
They just come in there and look at you, they done picked out the beat they like, and they just sitting there like this the whole time.
Nothing come out.
I'm like, so nothing.
I think they expect you to write it and produce it. Or
But that's cool. So then you even play references for it, and they be like, "Nah, man, I don't know." So yeah, those are the ones, and then of course you move on from that beat, and the beat becomes a hit, and then it's a whole nother issue. But nah, it's cool.
Yeah, I could dig it. I definitely have a lot of horrible sessions.
Without saying any names, yeah.
Yeah, I can't say no
Corey,
names.
what was one of your worst sessions?
Woo-wee, boy. Folks, they just be coming in there the same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just, you know what I'm saying? The vibe just don't be right, or they been and got into an argument, or they keep picking up the phone, or they want to watch TV in the middle of the session, or they keep going to the bathroom, and it's like, bro, we came here to work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I be having 10 beats ready to go that I done worked on. I'm ready to, and then they come in completely. They don't know nothing. They ain't. And then another thing I hate is when artists are just go in the booth and they'll just sit there and try to come up with it off the top of their head. A lot of artists can do it, but a lot of artists just be trying to be like somebody else.
Know your ministry.
And they'll go in their booth and they'll run it back. No, run it back. And then when you do that for an hour and a half straight, it just kills the whole mood. It don't be fun no more. I be wanting to get another engineer. I don't even want to engineer the session when they do that. So it's like,
I feel you. That's the one you called another engineer up.
Yep.
And you just kind of fade to the back.
Fade to the back.
All the way back to your office.
Yeah.
Email that to me when y'all done, man.
Yeah.
I gotta go.
You got anything fun coming up you could tell us about? Any new collaborations?
Oh yeah, I just did this. It's out today, matter of fact. With my little homie, he's a Southern Soul artist, Mike Clark Jr. and DJ Trucker. There's a song called "Got It Going On." It just dropped, so y'all check that out.
Go grab it.
Real good, fun song. For the summer. We started summer kind of early, so yeah. Got It Going On. Mike Clark Jr., Mr. Hanky, DJ Trucker. That's coming out soon. I got a couple of instrumental shit's about to drop, and a couple other singles coming out soon too. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna be working with Cory Mo on some stuff soon too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? We got some collabs.
You hear it here.
No, I'm talking
I
about.
heard it here first now.
You hear it
Hold
here
up,
first.
man. Hold up.
Yeah, so that and yeah.
I ain't mad at that.
Yeah.
Love it.
And one more well, I got a couple more questions.
Okay.
But I want you to tell people how important the DJs are, because a lot of cats don't even think that DJs are even relevant no more because of social media.
Right.
But they fail to realize that the DJs are the ones that's gonna play you in the club.
Well, like,
and you are a DJ. You started off DJing, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So to me, the DJ will always be the DJ, and the radio will always still be the cornerstone of everything. Like you said, the internet only goes so far. The internet is good at introducing things and whatnot, but as you see with the whole TikTok thing, with UMG, it's like all the major placements we got, they're not on TikTok right now. But what's going to keep everybody still eating is the DJs playing your stuff in the clubs. And I see the same thing probably happen with other platforms in a minute. In a minute, it's just going to go strictly back to the DJs. So DJs never went anywhere. Shout out to all the DJs, all the DJ crews everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like they will always be the first and last line of, breaking records or breaking artists, because like those little clips online, they last 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, maybe a minute if you're lucky. But that's not enough to learn a full song.
Right.
So yeah, shout out to the DJs.
I feel that.
But speaking of that, people keep talking about content and how content is king. Like you go to all these music conferences and things like that, and people keep saying you got to have content. How do you think content, whether it's videos, whether it's sync licensing, any of that, has had an effect on the music industry? And how do people utilize that to their advantage when, trying to promote a record?
Yeah, content is definitely needed, but there's only so much you can do with a bad record.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you can market it all day, but McDonald's is still McDonald's. You're gonna know about it, but is it the best thing for you? So I think it's a combination of both. You definitely need content, but I think we need to go back to the days of people really still being produced and sat down with and saying, hey,
and develop
and say, hey, this hook need to go like this. You need to say this like that, because even with the content, like without that part of it, it's just a lot of bad music being promoted, and it lasts for about 3 weeks, and that's about it.
I feel that. A couple more questions. What's your favorite country rap tune?
Take It Off.
Oh, love,
UGK.
man. Take it out, bent over limits.
Yeah.
Oh, love, man.
That's one of the ones I
R.I.P.
used
to the pimp, man.
That's one of the ones. That's one of the ones I used to play when I was a DJ, man. That was yeah. Whew. That was one of the ones.
That's what's up. All right, and then here go the super last question right here, I promise. But I have to know, what's your favorite cereal and favorite cartoon coming up?
Favorite cereal would probably have been Fruit Loops.
You look like old Fruit Loop looking ass now.
Yeah.
Fruit Loops is delicious.
The ghetto ones, the extra sugar. The favorite cartoon probably would be shit. Let me think. I don't know. I was old school. I used to like The Simpsons.
Hold up, man. I could dig that. I was a Thundercat kind of guy. You know what I'm talking about?
That's why we be.
You know what I'm talking about?
Corey, that's why.
Thundercats.
I forgot about Thundercats and He-Man and all that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Castle Grayskull and shit, Cringer and shit, man.
I have the power. The He-Man.
You know what I'm talking about?
You sound way too real for that. Let me get this way.
So yeah, man, I guess that's pretty much it. You got anything else, Kim? Or you got
No,
anything you
I'm
wanna
just
add?
glad we got to be in the building with the Grammy Award winner, multi-platinum, hit maker, big dog, delicious and nutritious, good for you and good to you, Mr. Hanky.
There you go.
All right. I'm happy to be here, man. Congrats to my brother, Cory Mo. He just brought the Grammy home.
Much love.
Y'all
Congrats,
see him
my brother.
I
outside.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
man.
I had to put that on camera.
Know what I'm talking about?
We got to get Corey and Fleetwood now. That's how you know you made it.
Man. Hold up, man.
Gotta put the Grammy in the front of the
Got to put
Fleetwood.
it on the front of the Fleetwood.
You know what I'm saying? That's all I need. That's all I need. A little Grammy and a little reefer. That's it. That's it. So there it is, man. I appreciate you coming out, Country Rap Tunes Podcast. And there it is. We got Kimberly Latrice in the building.
With the slice and the dice.
And we got the homie, Mr. Hanky. I'ma holla at y'all. Tabernacle Preach.
We've been making music ever since the crack boom. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Gotta have guitars and a lot of backbone. Come to the South once, I bet you'll be back soon. Coming down. Country rap tunes. Coming down. Country rap tunes.
You know what I'm saying? For real, man. You got to feel my young partner, Cory Mo.